Greetings everyone, welcome back to Tesla's Cube. I'm AcceleReece, and behind the camera is JoMo.
Yo, what's up?
And you're watching Cube Reviews. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AcceleDrome.
Tesla has built a new headquarters where no one can find it. Whoa, check it out.
The journey of discovery begins here. Welcome to the AcceleDrome.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're finally getting to the AcceleRacers track sets that you've all wanted to see, starting with the AcceleDrome track set. Now, there were two AcceleRacers track sets that came out in 2005 with the AcceleRacers toy line. The first one was the Swamp Beast set, and the second one that came out in fall of 2005 was the AcceleDrome track set. And everyone knew it was coming out because they played that commercial on Cartoon Network about 1 million times per break. You know the one, it goes like,
AcceleRacers AcceleDrome! Speed on the track, up to 4 at a time! Stop them with a crash, launch and fly! But you gotta have skills when you time it right! Destroy the wheel of power and you win the fight! AcceleDrome!
AcceleDrome track set comes with one car, adult assembled batteries and other cars not included. Hot Wheels, drive to survive.
JoMo, did you know Mattel is actually Cartoon Network's top advertiser?
Yes.
They bring in the most revenue. That's why you see Hot Wheels commercials on their channel all the time, and that's why the AcceleDrome commercial aired like 1 million times, as well as AcceleRacers, the movies airing on Cartoon Network, as we all know. So we're gonna take a look at the box art, like we usually do, and then we're gonna get the parts out, put it together, and then we're gonna show you how it works and how it operates. Tesla has built a new headquarters where no one can find him. How was my Kadeem impression?
Pretty racist.
Well, you know he was voiced by a white guy, so.
Well, true.
So here's the box art. AcceleRacers logo right here. AcceleDrome, I really like that font. It's really got that Y2K kind of style. Of course, Hot Wheels logo up here. And this is the artwork for the AcceleDrome track set. It looks cool on first glance, but the more you look at it, the more cursed it gets. So we're like on top of the AcceleDrome outside. You can see the sky up here. It almost looks like the ocean. Like, is this like ocean waves? But it kind of looks like we're on top of the mesa. And the garages, the Teku and Maniac garages are like their own separate garages that merge into this thing. And we're exploding the Wheel of Power for some reason. It just looks off and is not accurate to the show, like whatsoever. So here we got a reverb and it's got the wrong taillights. It's got these like GTR style taillights where it's like 2 of them instead of 1 like it's supposed to be. So that's really weird. And then there's another one up here, or is that? No, that's a Power Rage. There's a Power Rage right there, which is strange. And then there's another reverb up here, exploding the Wheel of Power for some reason, but we'll get to that. You can see a Rolling Thunder crashing into an RDO 6 right here. And a pretty cool looking RDO 4 right here. This RDO 4 reminds me a lot of how it appears like on the card art for the collectible card game.
Got an iridium right there.
Oh yeah. Wait,
what is that?
What is that? Wait, zoom in on that, JoMo.
Yeah, I'm seeing it through the camera lens.
Is that like a weird early version of Cove Light?
Looks like could be Cove Light, maybe anthracite, I don't know.
I don't know what that is, but it's cursed. I've never noticed this before. I just glanced over and saw that looks like a carbide, isn't it? I literally never noticed that until this moment. And then we got a hollow back up here, going over the loop, and another RDO 6 right there. That one looks pretty accurate. Oh my gosh, I gotta flip this over to see it. Zoom in on the cockpit. There's nobody driving these cars. Dual rotating loops, 2 power boosters, blast apart Wheel of Power. Why? I don't know. That was never part of the show. Lots of crashing action and includes 1 car. That's right, car included. This set did include a stock standard Series 1 baseline. There's nothing special or exclusive about it. It's literally just a baseline. Experience 3D head-to-head gaming. Okay. We're true gamers on this channel. Gamers rise up. Right, JoMo?
Of course.
You didn't sound too confident. Launch in and navigate the rotating loops. Beat your opponent out of the gate or knock him off the track. Then make a play for the Wheel of Power. But you'll see that in action once we get it together and start using it. But yep, it's motorized. It's got rotating loops. Adult assembly required. Uh-oh, this track set's 5 and up. You can't play with this, JoMo.
I'm not under 5 years old.
All right, and onto the back of the box. Here we got set. We got some kids cheering and playing with it. Yeah! Woo! Got the car launcher, motorized booster, and rotating loops like on the front. Blast apart the Wheel of Power to win. AcceleDrome track set. Launch into the AcceleDrome trademark and let the game begin for 1 to 2 players. That's right. This track set is like a 2-player game kind of thing. So we got a blue spoiler drift tack over here. There's an iridium, and then this synchro, I think, JoMo, you pointed this out on the box for the sweeper. That synchro, that's a green transparent synchro, but just photoshopped to be orange.
Right.
They did that again on this box. Launch into the impact zone to knock out your opponent. AcceleRacers vehicles are great on Hot Wheels track, each sold separately, subject to availability. Colors and decorations may vary. These are all prototypes. Usually you see these on the back of the card backs of the cars as well. But just like on the sweeper, they replaced the prototype Power Rage with the slot car synchro, except this time they didn't mix up Teku and silencers. Remember that? And you can see the prototype resin RDO 6 just chilling there in the artwork as well. It kind of just looks photoshopped in, which is really funny. And then we got the baseline that the set comes with down here, and I riveted up there. And yeah, I mean, not much else to talk about with the box. Got the logos on the side. So, without further ado, let's crack this baby open and see what we're working with. Now, this is not the first time I've opened this up. I have used this track set before, but it's been years. So, sort of going in blind, but not really. But yeah, let's get all these parts out. All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. I don't even know if all this is gonna fit on the table. All right, we're gonna get the big heavy base out. Oh, look at that. There's our instructions. As you can see, they are pretty lengthy. This track set came out in the fall of 2005, and I believe it retailed for about $60, which even for back then, that's kind of expensive. Now, I was not able to fit all of the pieces back into the box, so I've got the other parts in this box, usually the garages I keep in here. This is, you might recognize this box, this is actually the case, the AcceleRacers case that we unboxed a couple years back. You might have remembered that video. It might be a little dusty. There's the Teku garage, a drone garage, because you know, the drones definitely, their headquarters was definitely the AcceleDrome, as well as a silencers garage. Why they include silencers in drones garages, I don't know, it's very strange. All right, JoMo, we got a lot of adult assembly that is required. Are you ready to put this thing together?
I'm ready for the race of a lifetime.
Heck yeah. Before we start putting this thing together, I just wanted to address the fact that this thing is such a battery hog. It takes 4 D batteries and then another 3 C batteries. So I had to buy quite a lot of batteries for this today. It's just the ultimate track set all over again, isn't it? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is all put together, the Hot Wheels AcceleRacers AcceleDrome track set. As you can see, we got the loops here, just like in the show. We got the Teku garage there, the Metal Maniacs garage. There's a Silencer's garage there and a Drone's garage right there. We've got the Wheel of Power up there. When you go through the Wheel of Power, it's supposed to break apart, which is very strange. This track set is almost like it's based on the scene from the Ultimate Race when Vert is trying to escape the AcceleDrome, because the drones and the silencers have their own ports here, and the Wheel of Power explodes like when the AcceleDrome explodes, right?
Yeah.
That's my thinking. I don't know what the designers were thinking when they did this, but you know, it's not really movie accurate. But the way this works, the reason it took so many batteries is because the boosters, we got 2 sets of boosters here on 2 sides. This is a 2-player game. You got of course, the Metal Maniac side and the Teku side. So there's 2 ways to come in.
And this thing is essentially a turntable.
This switch here turns on the boosters. That was our 4D batteries. And there's another switch right here. And
Your quadruple Ds.
The quadruple Ds. This switch right here turns on, this whole thing rotates. What? Look at this. Oh! What was that?
Look at this.
Check this out. So as this thing spins, you got launchers on each garage, and you gotta time it right. You gotta time it right! It goes through the loops, and it continuously loops, like, and you have to open the gate to let the car out, which will, you know, go through. And the first one to get their car through will make it to the Wheel of Power, and that's who wins. As it comes around, there's this little thing right here that flips up and down. You can see the track actually pushes that down. Whoa, it changed directions.
What?
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it does that sometimes. It'll just change directions.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a bumper right here that will stop the car if it came through, but it gets pushed down from the ramp so the car can go up the ramp and through the Wheel of Power. So there's a lot of cool kind of mechanical things that are going on with this set. So these triggers right here, there's a blue one for Teku, and there's an orange trigger for Metal Maniacs. These are the triggers that activate these ramps right here. So you can see. Can you see that? Wait until it, oh, it changed directions. That's so weird. So you can see that, right?
It's connected by those weird, like, arms on the inside. It's a really unique mechanism.
Yeah, we had to connect those together when we were putting it together. So, when we fire this thing up, it's gonna be loud. So I just wanna warn you guys, don't use your expensive or desirable cars in this. Don't put your AcceleRacers on it. I only have these beat up cars today because, you know, I have tons of extras of these, so I can afford to do it. But I do not recommend putting actual AcceleRacers cars on this set because this set is a car killer. The way they just spin around on the track, they spin on the track!
Spit on the track!
It sounds like he's saying spit on the track, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's spit on the track!
Spit on the track!
Spit on the track!
Hawk Tua, right?
Hawk Tua.
Right? As the cars spin around on the loop just over and over again, it just destroys the axles. Cars crash on this set a lot, which means they break. I've used this set once in the past, and these are the victims of that set. And then we got
British spec.
He's missing a tooth. I'm Battle Spec. It's Battle Spec. Hey, what's up? I'm Battle Spec. But we'll use him today since, you know, we might be giving him a bit of a Vietnam flashback here, but these are the cars we're gonna use on the set today. And let's get some close-ups on these garages, shall we? So here's the Metal Maniacs one. You got this really cool sign with these like crane things that move around. These are articulated, and the sign does just kind of pop out, and you can put it back in. And we got this thing right here. You want to work on your cars, just park them right here, and you know, like.
Could you do those noises again?
You happy now? And then this is really cool. This is one of my favorite parts is you got this like turntable here. This can spin. You can put a car on it. And it also acts as an elevator. You can push this up and it's like an elevator. Bam. And then you can get your car onto the start. Bam, into the AcceleDrome, which I honestly think this is cooler than the Teku Garage. Another cool thing about the Metal Maniacs, they have a track connection point. See that? Bam. So you could connect some track here.
So here's the Teku Garage, and it has these little like articulated fuel pumps, or like can work on your car once again.
Like tools to work on your car, or like, you know.
But like Reese said, this is the less interesting side because all you got here is a ramp. You can go up, and then forgot to put that in.
And then press the button, press the button.
Launch your car into the AcceleDrome.
Yeah, I think the elevator is a lot cooler, but this is still cool too. And I like how this is like a bridge here, so you could like park a car underneath it. That's pretty neat. And you can drive out the other end.
No track connection point, sadly.
Yeah, they should have put one right here. So this might be hard to see, but this is the drone's garage, and this part actually opens up like this. And you got some articulated parts here that move.
Hold on.
We gotta do the sound effects, right, JoMo? I hope you don't mind, but the drones are going to be staying here for a while. They couldn't pay rent at their headquarters. The drones are just awkwardly staying in the AcceleDrome with the other teams, as well as the silencers. So, speaking of silencers, they're connected to this piece right here, and you just, yep, you got these articulated parts, swivels that swivel around, and you got 3 parking spaces here. This is what those parking spaces look like without the cars.
Hey man, what sound do these make?
Right. See, kind of weird and not film accurate that the silencers and drones have their own space in the AcceleDrome. I wonder if you could, yeah, can you close that with the car in it? Yeah, you can.
It's better than the box art with the cities.
There's actually lines there so the car can like sit in there like a garage. Can you see that?
Yeah, that's intentional.
And then you can like close it with the car in there. Oh, that's cool. And you can see the cars in the garage. The drones.
The drones.
The drones?
Did you hear that news story about the drones that are flying through the sky in New Jersey?
Yeah, no, I was making jokes.
Every time I see them, I'm like, the drones. They're here. What are you afraid of? The drones.
Galorem owns the New Jersey drones.
The government is just like, we found out who owns the drones. Galorem. This is actually one of my favorite aspects of this track set, is the fact that the pieces are so cool looking. I mean, you got the garages, the wheel of power. That is, I think, the strongest aspect of this track is how it looks and how cool the pieces are. See all the realm symbols on the wheel of power?
That's really interesting.
Yeah. All right, so without further ado, JoMo and I are gonna operate this set. He's got Teku side, I got Metal Maniacs. We're gonna turn this thing on, and we're gonna see who can time it right and destroy the wheel of power and win the fight. AcceleRacers! Spit on the track. Spit on the track. All right, here we go. Where's it? There it is. All right, boosters are on. Choose your card, JoMo.
Battle spec, gotta go with Kurt.
All right. I'm gonna do Rolling Thunder. Gotta go with Monkey. We gotta time it right. Time it right! And get it in there. It's these entrances, the gray ones. Oh, what happened? He's stuck. It fell off. Oh, that's not the entrance. Oh, okay, I'm gonna stop a second. I forgot to mention something, and we totally forgot about it. So you saw that spin. These little ramps right here. So you can enter the track set this way, but there's also these ramps where you can jump into them and stop the other player while they're going through the loops. So you see how that's actually coded with the orange for Metal Maniacs, and the other one was blue for Teku. So those ramps, all right, so if he was to launch, this is actually my loop. So I'd be spinning in here, and he can actually launch into this and crash into me if he times it right to take me out. So yeah, we thought that was the entrance, and we were just like, why isn't it going into the loop? So maybe we should start again. All right, take 2. I'm making my move. Oh.
It's very loud.
Okay, JoMo's in. Now we just gotta get me in. So yeah, that's bending axles while we're waiting. All right, here we go. I'm in. You must be going 300 miles per hour when you reach the wheel. All right, you remember the trigger? Here we go. Oh, did you see that? So JoMo made it through first, but his car only rode up so far and then back down. And that's a big problem with this set. I remember the last time I used it. Cars rarely actually make it up to the wheel of power, which is really frustrating. So we gotta try that. We gotta get a car up to the wheel of power. I think Baseline might be your best bet.
Yeah.
Because he has the least worn axles.
You gotta sacrifice a good model for this.
Yeah, you really do. You gotta sacrifice a mint car. All right, let's try again. I'm going with pork chop, and you're gonna do Scirocco.
Yeah.
So it's a competition of who, you could see when this came through, it's who gets through there first into the wheel of power. All right, second attempt. Get that spinning. Get the boosters on. We're waiting. There's a lot of waiting with this set. All right, here we go, here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
No, I'm in.
I missed.
Oh, I missed. All right, here we go, here we go. Nice. All right. You know what's next, right?
Yep. Gotta use the weird lever.
Oh! Was that you, JoMo, that got through first?
Yeah, it was Baseline.
He took out the wheel of power and won the fight! So JoMo really wants to test his Corgi Hot Wheels Road Roller on this. He claims it could make it through. I think he's
it's gonna die in the loops, but I want to try it.
Yeah,
just because why not?
It's probably going to get destroyed in this thing.
It's a niche casting.
So this is our new Teku vehicle, the Road Roller.
Teku vehicle.
All right, JoMo. Good luck. You'll need it.
That was sad. Hawk to it.
So when the car comes through here, this thing breaks apart, the wheel of power. It actually splits into 2 pieces. This thing right here is the trigger to make it break apart. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. Here we go. Bam! And you see it broke into 2 pieces. And then the car actually goes down this chute here. It catches it, and you know, it comes through the chute here and then down into this ramp here. And major design flaw, huge design flaw. There is no track connection point here. Why? Why would you?
Such a missed opportunity.
Why would you design it like that? I mean, the whole point of the AcceleDrome is, you know, to go into a realm. That's the whole point, right? You're going into a realm. So why would you?
You could always take one of those pieces, you know, the RC.
Yeah, I mean, you could take like a lane splitter that widens
the RC lane splitter,
and kind of just lay it on it, and then into a booster. You could,
more like
in theory, you could in theory do that, but like only adults like us would think of something like that as a kid. You really think? I mean, if you even had that piece when you were a kid. But yeah, you could put like a landing pad there to maybe go, but I mean, why would you not just add a track connection point there? Because then you could build your own realm off of it. That's the whole point of the AcceleDrome.
You could connect it to the swamp realm.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. The swamp realm existed. The swamp realm track set, I mean. Like, you could have connected these 2 sets together. What were they thinking?
Picture or something.
Okay. Stop, please. I'm gonna man this myself, and we're gonna get some footage of it moving. You guys can get them in both at the same time?
You can try.
Okay, well I got baseline in. All right, we got him. I'm gonna make baseline win. All right, here we go. Yeah, we got it. Let's see if we can get Jackhammer to go through there. See, a lot of cars just don't have the force to make it through the thing and then down the chute. I mean, you saw even baseline, it like bounced off of this thing instead of just going through the chute. We have yet to get footage of a car going down that chute. And there's like powder on the side of this thing. Like it's being sanded down.
It's like plastic dust.
Yeah, I mean, you saw like just how long these things are on those loops. That's what destroys the axles in these things.
Yeah. Don't use open wheel models on this thing.
Yeah, well, don't use open wheel models on boosters, period. All right, let's see if Cove Light can get through. They just keep bouncing off this thing. It's supposed to do that. But every time we've gone through, they just bounced off of the trigger here. So we got torque and vert ready to go. Now, JoMo's gonna get vert in the loop, but here's the thing. I'm gonna use my ramp to try and take him out.
Wait a second, maybe I should try and, because if you use the ramp, it's just gonna go on. I'm not gonna get a good shot of it. I would have to try and take you out to get a good shot.
All right.
You hold the camera.
All right, if you think you can time it right. I am not patient. That was pathetic.
Oh, this is harder than it looks. God damn it.
Go. Here. All right, you know what?
There's not enough force behind these launchers to actually send it through.
There really isn't. There's not enough force for these launchers to even launch the car in. Because when you watch the commercial, I mean, it just rams into it, like it launches it. But these launchers, and it's not like these launchers are weak from use. These is actually how they come factory. These launchers were always weak like this. And I've had more launchers. I've had extra ones from other sets, and yeah, they're all weak like this. We'll try, we'll have Scirocco take out vert. Scirocco's a traitor. He's gonna be on the Metal Maniac side and he's gonna take out vert.
How do you know it's not a silencer in disguise? You know, they do live right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, that takes a while. Really? There's no freaking way that is enough force to get a car up onto the track. It basically just has to get enough speed to just get up and over this thing and onto here, because that's what makes the cars crash. But we couldn't even get it. We couldn't even get it up and over that little clear plastic piece.
That should show you how dinky this launcher is. There's nothing behind that.
Yeah, well, it's just made to get the car into the booster.
They could have made it more powerful. Maybe if you like double wrap the rubber bands inside.
Oh wait, I have an idea here. All right, let's try it without it spinning. That just does not work. Road roller? All right, let's do it.
Didn't work?
Yeah, I mean, that baseline's pretty minty. It really hasn't been used, so you can't use the excuse, oh, it's worn out axles, so it's not very fast. It's just, these launchers just aren't powerful enough for that feature to work. So we're gonna have to give it a thumbs down on the launching your car, into the ramp. It does not work. Maybe we should try some brand new cars fresh out of the pack. Since these Teku Deoras 2s came out in 2024, we can do that. So let's crack these babies open and get them down onto the AcceleDrome. So how about that? We got new AcceleRacers fresh out of the pack from 2024 down onto the original 2005 AcceleDrome track set. All right, the Deora 2 versus the Deora 3, the fan favorite versus the not so fan favorite. Let's get this thing rolling. Let's get this show on the road, boys. Oh no. Well, there's Deora 3 going through the loops.
I didn't expect it to do as well as it is.
Look at that, Deora 3 in the AcceleDrome. Oh my God, oh my God, they're working. The Deora 2 and Deora 3 in the AcceleDrome.
And we'll give you a shot of the tampos to see how bad it gets.
All right, I'll go first and then you try. There's no way they're making it up that ramp. Yep, yeah. Yeah, they don't make it up the ramp, oh well. You know what's funny? It's like, it's kind of got like a rhythm to it. Yeah, now let's see the condition on these. Is the chrome gone? Yeah, right there on the lower left-hand side. See
And take a look at this Deora 3. There's more of that plastic duster, what we were talking about
Honestly,
earlier.
I actually think that's the rubber from the boosters.
That could be, yeah. Just
That's what that is, yeah, that black stuff. You can get that right off. Yeah, honestly, the tampons are still pretty much intact. Well,
kind of.
send them in. Nice.
Wow, that works well.
Whoa, what'd you just do?
I shot a lighter car through the ramp and I got one.
Oh, it did work. The commercial says we can get 4 at a time on the track.
Up to 4 at a time!
Yeah, so let's see if we can do that. Got it.
4 cars at once.
Spin on the track, up to 4 at a time, right? All right, we got 4 of them on there. Let's see who can get to the wheel of power first. All right, here we go, here we go. Oh! Yeah, you can get 4 of them on at a time, but you ain't getting them onto that ramp and
Yeah, no.
through the portal. Man, this thing is loud.
Oh my God, yeah.
It was like,
My ears are ringing from that, honestly.
bro's got tinnitus.
I do.
So here's the thing. The slope up to the wheel of power is really high. And cars often struggle to get up it. They usually don't have enough force to get up through here, through the portal, and down the chute. So, can we modify this set in a way? Maybe we could use overused O3s to scale wheel of power and get the ramp jumping through it. So let's see if we can't get this part off. Look at that.
Use your cases.
Good idea, JoMo. All right. That's perfect. It's rolling. Why is it rolling?
Because it's a wheel of power.
It's gonna weigh the track down, because you can notice it might look a bit too high, but it's gonna weigh the track down a bit when it comes through. So hopefully this will work. Let's try it. Let's see if we can get it through the 3D printed wheel of power. It worked! That was lovely. Did you see that? Oh, that's so satisfying. We just really improved this set, in my opinion. Baseline's back axle is bent. Yep, you can see it. It's a little subtle, but yeah. You can see they're kind of bent inwards. The camber is bent inwards. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Hot Wheels AcceleRacers AcceleDrome track set. Final thoughts and impressions and conclusions here. I'm actually not a huge fan of this set. I mean, don't get me wrong, it looks really cool, and it's cool to watch the cars go around the loop. But as far as its actual functions and how it's supposed to work, it doesn't really work super well. It's very clunky, it's battery heavy, it's loud. You know, coming up this ramp and through here and then down the chute barely ever works.
And I can't gripe enough about the chute itself not having a track connector.
Yeah, that's a real downside of this. We're gonna have to take a point off there for that too. It has really cool pieces. I tend to use these garages. I actually have extra garage pieces that I use for displays in my collection room. That's how cool these pieces are. But other than that, it's okay. If you're like a AcceleRacers completionist and you gotta have everything, then I would say get this track set. If you're just a casual AcceleRacers fan and you want to get one of the track sets, go with the Swampy set. This set, it's a bit clunky and it's really expensive now. I bought this for about 60 bucks a couple years ago, and that's what it was at retail. These are definitely in the triple digits now, and it's not super worth it in my opinion. The only people that are really buying sealed tracks these days they're keeping them in the box. JoMo, do you have any more final thoughts on this AcceleDrome track set?
Well, the only other one thing we didn't mention was the ramps that you use to knock another car off in the loop. Those don't work too well.
No, the launchers, they're not really powerful enough. This thing also jams really easy too. I'm sure you saw a lot of times cars were getting stuck in and as it was spinning and jamming. Well, I think that's it for this review. Stick around for the next one. I'm sure you're anticipating it. We're going to be taking a look at the Swamp Beast track set. So, you know, I'm AcceleReece. Behind the camera is JoMo. This was a Cube review of the AcceleDrome track set. Thank you for tuning in. Take care, guys.
Peace.
Peace out. See you.
AcceleRacers AcceleDrome. Race op de baan, ja met 4 tegelijk. Stop ze met een crash, hey je timing is cool. Vernietig het krachtwiel, want winnen is je doel.
De AcceleDrome baansend bevat 1 auto, batterij en andere auto's niet inbegrepen. Hot Wheels, rij voor je leven.